I had a lot of fun in Wellington. I just remember that you're not here forever.
Kilo, right?
Keeler.
Kilo. We'll be having some discussion about the key things regarding working holiday. Action! Finally! Kiara Fano, it's a girl assassin engineer, your favorite Niger Kiri down under New Zealand. I have my flatmate with me, Kilo. We're going to get into a topic that is quite interesting for some people. So Kilo, thanks for chatting with me.
Of course.
And thanks for agreeing to film this and be put on YouTube. Very important. All right, so just tell me a bit about yourself.
I'm an American, if you can't already tell. I'm from the States, specifically in the Americas. And I'm here in New Zealand on a working holiday visa. As of January 1st, I arrived. Straight off the plane, I had a flight from Boston to Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas, and then I took a flight straight from Dallas, Texas to Auckland, and within the visa, I've got roughly a year left.
Oh.
That's assuming everything goes well.
Yeah, I'm hoping that your experience in this short time can help others who are about to go on the same working holiday visa thing in New Zealand. We'll be having some discussion about the key things regarding working holiday. The first is why New Zealand?
Why New Zealand? Well,
out of all the places in the world.
Right. It was relatively easy to get a visa.
Oh.
The process for me took roughly a week.
Oh.
And it was $180 for processing fees worth of New Zealand dollars.
So 180 New Zealand dollars.
Right. 180.
180
New Zealand dollars. Right.
Oh, okay.
That was processing fee.
Yeah.
So it was relatively easy to get that specific visa. I knew I wanted to go somewhere that I've never been.
Yeah.
I knew that I wanted to go somewhere where it was warm. In December,
Yeah,
where I come from, it's very cold.
Yeah.
My parents, my family just got another 8 inches worth of snow, so I'm glad I'm not there.
Enjoy the warmth.
And I know that here in New Zealand and in Australia they speak English, so I can definitely understand for the most part what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Was there any specific thing you were hoping to get from the experience? Like, I mean, you just started, but is there any specific thing you're hoping to get from this experience?
Just make connections, professional connections.
Yeah.
I feel like I've already done that within the different positions I've already had.
Yeah.
And I just hope that this year specifically I'll have a whole lot of growth personally and professionally.
Yeah. You said positions, so this is not your first position.
Correct. I had a solar installation position in Wellington. I had been in Auckland, that's where I flew in. I spent some time in Hamilton.
Right.
When I was in Hamilton, I was introduced to Trade Staff, the recruitment agency.
Yeah.
And then I made my way down to Wellington. I had a lot of fun in Wellington. I want to go back to Wellington. And when I was in Wellington, I went to the Wellington Trade Staff offices and I signed myself up for their services, and then they gave me this job here for 4 weeks in Palmerston.
Yeah.
And I've been enjoying my time here. I've been enjoying my position in Palmerston.
That's nice. Apart from the work thing, we'll get into that very soon. Arriving in New Zealand, obviously you had some, let me not say for you. Did you have any preconceived notion about New Zealand, and were those expectations met when you arrived?
Not exactly, no.
Nice.
I was under the impression that New Zealanders were very nice and it was going to be warm, and so.
Okay, those ones tick.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's fair enough. Oh, nice. Have you done any travel, like apart from work, any?
Here in New Zealand?
Yeah.
Not particularly, other than the drive from Hamilton down here to Palmerston and to Wellington.
Right.
So,
So-
mainly the only travel I've done.
Yeah. You drove down.
I
That means
did.
you had to get a car.
I did. It was from Hertz. Yeah, Hertz Rentals.
Oh, so your car is a rental.
Not that one
Oh, okay.
specifically.
Okay.
But I had a Toyota
Nice.
rental.
Okay. Then how did you get this one?
I purchased it off of market for Facebook.
Marketplace. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that Facebook Marketplace
Yeah.
says.
Right.
You can get anything you want.
Right. You find anything.
Anything, yeah. Anyway, so let's go into the visa process, which is like the key thing that brought you here. You said your process was straightforward.
Very straightforward. Yes.
Did you have to apply online or was it in person?
It was online. Yeah.
Okay.
It was through New Zealand's website, and then they give you different options as to which visas you have access to or
Yeah.
you don't have access to.
Is it open all year round?
That's a fantastic question. I would assume so, but
Yeah.
I do not know.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Yeah, I'll check because I think I saw somewhere. Maybe the US one is open all year round.
That could be it. Yeah, that could be it.
Some other countries have like seasons where they open it up and then close. Or maybe not season. Maybe it's quota. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Right,
I'll
yeah.
have to confirm that. Was there any specific resources you had to use prior to the visa application? Or it just was like, I want to do working holiday in New Zealand, right? Immigration New Zealand.
Yep, that was it.
You guys are lucky, man.
I mean, things may change over the next couple of years,
Well, we never know.
to say the least.
Yeah. It took 1 week for you from
Yes,
application to
right.
getting the visa.
It was my last day of work in New England.
Yeah,
I had seasonal work in New England.
yeah.
So when it's warm, we work, and then when it's cold, we've got to do something else.
Yeah.
So right as the season was ending, I got the confirmation email from New Zealand saying you've been accepted to the visa program.
Wow, that is cool. That is so cool. Oh, nice.
And so after that, I said, "All right, I'm
All
hopping
right.
on a plane." Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
How many hours?
It was supposed to be 13 hours and 40 minutes, but
Yeah.
there was an hour delay, so it was nearly 15 hours on a plane.
What is this?
And that was-
American Airlines.
Unfortunately, yes. If it was up to me, it would have been Lufthansa.
Yeah. Anyway, did you have to book the ticket yourself, or was it? The ticket is on you.
But right,
Okay.
yeah. I definitely paid. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the work experience because working holiday, you have to work as well.
Right,
Is
right.
it mandatory to work in the first place?
Is it?
Is it mandatory that you must work on the working holiday visa? Must you work?
I still am.
So it's a working holiday visa, right?
Yep.
So that means you work and then you also.
Right. Yep.
What if you decide to skip the work part?
Then you get in trouble.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know. I would
Okay.
assume you get in trouble. I'm not sure they're all that proactive about that,
Yeah.
but definitely don't take my word for it. But they're very open to people traveling,
Yeah.
like foreigners traveling their country. They've recently been more proactive with digital nomads.
Yeah.
More legislation has been passed here in
Yeah.
New Zealand for individuals who want to go after such a thing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't assume they're going to be all that strict about such a thing.
Yeah.
But again, don't take my word for it.
Let's talk about the jobs. What kind of work do you do here?
It's the same type of work I had been doing. I went to school for. I like hands-on work. I like mechanical type of work. So I was a solar assistant. So that meant running conduit, running electrical lines into houses, or in that specific case, we were working on a school down in Lower Hutt or around the Lower Hutt area.
Yeah.
I did that for 2 weeks. And again, that job, that position was brought to my attention and was assigned to me by the trade staff,
Right.
the recruitment agency. And then after that, now here for the past 3 weeks, nearly 4 weeks, I've been a fabricator, so working with sheet metal, stainless steel, mild steel, aluminum to make agricultural products.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. Trade staff. Was it recommended by someone or you used online and just like, what can I
I was just in Hamilton.
Oh.
And I think beforehand I did do some research, like recruitment companies near me,
Yeah.
and then trade staff was one of them.
Yeah.
But in Hamilton, they have an office, and it's very clearly marketed.
Yeah. Even their logo has that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like if you're looking for work, we're trade staff. It's very straightforward. You go into their offices, you introduce yourself. They ask, are you here permanently? Are you here temporarily?
Yeah.
What specific type of work are you looking for? Are you looking to work more than you travel?
Yeah.
So on and so forth.
Yeah.
It's very straightforward. They've been fantastic to me.
That's nice.
And so, they get paid when I get paid, so.
Yeah. So they have to take their job seriously too.
Right, yeah.
Do you have any tips for anyone that is job hunting?
It depends on,
On the working holiday visa.
on the visa,
Yeah.
what type of visa you're on. And it depends on your background. Of course, unfortunately, very unfortunately, it depends on who you know. If you know someone, then they may be able to help you out.
I think we call it here referral. Yeah.
However we want to market it, yes.
Yeah.
I don't have all that many suggestions. Just,
Okay.
be proactive about it.
Yeah, that's
Make sure you have an IRD number. That's not always easy, especially when you don't have an address.
yeah, true.
So, I would suggest maybe trying to get a bank account before you look for an IRD number. I would suggest maybe trying to get a PO box so you have an address, whether or not it's your physical address, it's a
Yeah.
mailing address.
Yeah.
But most of those, again, need proof of an address, which isn't easy when you
Yeah.
don't live somewhere.
So if you don't have an IRD number, then that means tax is going to be higher, is it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm definitely not. Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But it definitely helps to have an IRD number when you're looking for work.
Yeah,
when
true.
you're approaching someone who could potentially give you a job. You say, I have a bank account.
Yeah.
I have an IRD number. I have a phone number, New Zealand phone number. Very important. Then they're more than likely to give you a job over the person who doesn't have the IRD number.
Fair enough. Because you fill in that IR 330 form, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
But again, that was through trade staff, so they really helped me out with that process.
That's good. Trade staff recommended.
Fantastic work.
So in this your time of work, I know that you still have a lot of time to go. Are there any specific things that you have learned or experienced? Is it different?
It is different.
From back home?
Specifically in this position now, the company I'm with, I wouldn't say is on par with the other jobs I've had in the States, simply because their machinery is a tad bit older.
Yeah.
So their processes are not what I'm used to.
Yeah.
But, that's a given.
Yeah.
Not every nation's the same.
Sure.
But for the most part, it's all roughly the same. You just gotta get over the language barrier, the slang barrier, I should say. That would be
Yeah.
more accurate. But other than that, I really haven't had all that many issues.
Yeah. Because although it's English,
Right.
it's not the same. The
Right,
accent is
right.
different.
Especially for me, when I'm ordering food,
Yeah.
they say chips,
Yeah, chips.
and I call them fries. I mean,
Oh.
and and they say trolleys. I call that a cart. So
Oh.
grab the trolley, and that's not what I call it.
That is so true. Do you struggle with the measurements? Because you use imperial.
It's true, right? Yes, absolutely. So when someone says, it's 20 centimeters, then I know it's roughly an inch.
Yeah.
Because 25.4 centimeters, or excuse me, that's wrong.
Yeah. Now
It
you
would
get
be
how,
millimeters instead of centimeters.
now you get how we feel when we go over to America.
Right. We tried to change back in the 60s, and that didn't work out.
Yeah.
We had some legislation proposed to change over to the correct units.
Yeah, but not.
No.
Have you eaten Audi yet? Have you eaten out?
Yes, yes.
So tipping? You see? Did you find that weird?
I have not been tipping.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
It's fantastic. Instead of getting the screens after you pay,
Yeah.
give 15, 20, 25, 10, 15,
Yeah.
20. It all depends. Yeah, it's definitely nice.
Yeah. It's a nice feeling.
And at this moment, my money tends to go twice as far than back in the States. So when someone says, it's 50 New Zealand dollars, I'm like, yeah, that's nothing to worry about.
Right, because in the States, if it's 15 New Zealand dollars, that's just the base price. Then you have the tax.
Right.
And if you're in a restaurant, you have the tip. You guys. Anyway,
corporate country.
Yeah, wow. So we are going to be wrapping up very soon. And we'll start by how would you describe your experience so far?
I'd say it's positive.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say it's a negative.
Yeah.
It's definitely eye-opening to see a completely new nation, and it was just the other week that I fully realized that I'm on another continent. Asia is just over there.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that.
Yeah. True.
I'm used to having Canada above us instead of Asia and Japan.
Australia is on top
Australia,
of Fiji
right
down.
there.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's really hard to conceptualize where you are. But it's fantastic, and I'm really enjoying the fact that I'm not dealing with snow on a day-to-day basis.
Point one.
But the sun is different here.
Right.
It's very strict, if you will. For me, a white boy, I'm not used to being burnt this
I
easily.
said burn.
You definitely got to watch out.
Yeah. Because probably back home you get tan, so you get slowly roasted. Okay, maybe I shouldn't use the word roasted. You get slowly tan,
Right.
but here it's like.
Yeah, it's something else.
Yeah. When I arrived in New Zealand, what we're told is that the ozone layer is open.
The ozone, yep.
Something like that is directly here. The sun is different.
Right.
That's just a simple case. It goes from 0 to 100.
Yeah, really quick. Yeah.
Really quick, yeah.
The mornings are a tad bit cold, and then maybe 2 hours later it's sweltering.
Yeah.
straight through 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. It's still really hot.
Yeah. We have the AC on now.
Right.
Oh, that's cool to know. What has been your best experience? If you want to rate your experiences so far.
I've had a lot of fun playing football here.
You play football?
American soccer.
Oh.
Very unfortunate, but yeah, we have a lot of local football teams.
Which one?
There's Palmer. Yeah. The one the world plays.
Yeah. All right.
the one that roughly half the world rather.
Yeah.
The world watches every 4 years.
Yeah. Okay.
The more popular sport.
Americans will come for you.
We call ourselves world champions. That's not the case. But we have a lot of New Zealand, I should say, has a lot of local football teams.
Yeah.
And when I say football, people understand what I'm talking about. I really enjoy the sport. I'm glad I've had the opportunity to play, and people seem to be very understanding as to whether or not you do or you don't play football.
So am I getting that you don't play well?
No, I'm an American, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Was it in Palmy or in Wellington?
I did both.
Oh, okay.
I just on Saturday I was down in Wellington for a 90-minute match. I had a lot of fun doing that.
That's nice. So now, what is your worst? Now we've looked at a good one. What is the worst?
Dealing with the banking situation. Trying to verify my address, and then it's been, I haven't been paid in 6 weeks. So.
You haven't been paid in 6 weeks?
Trade staff's collecting the money for me.
Yeah.
But it's not going into any one of my accounts because they're overseas.
Right.
So I gotta get a local bank account with a local bank, and they've got to verify they've got to have me verify that
Yeah.
I live somewhere.
Yeah.
And when I'm jumping from Palmerston to Wellington, then it doesn't work out all that well.
Yeah. Oh. So how have you been surviving?
my savings.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Digging deep into that area.
Yeah. Very ideal to have savings.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
that's one of the requirements for the working holiday visa. If you don't have savings, then you're not going to get it.
Oh, is there any specific amount of money?
There isn't. They just say you've got to cover your expenses while you're here. That's all that they specify.
Yeah, so it's up to the immigration visa officer to decide
Right.
if you're rich enough.
Right.
For visitor visa, regular visitor visa, it's $1,000
Okay.
for a month.
And
if
that's
you
New
have
Zealand, right?
Zealand,
Yep.
yeah. And if you have an accommodation, then $400 per month.
Gotcha.
It's not
Okay.
the same for working holiday visa.
Right. It's not. Yeah, they didn't ask those questions.
Oh, okay.
They do a background check on you. They scan your passport, and then that's about it.
Oh, wow.
To my knowledge, I mean, it happened 2 months ago, so I can't tell you exactly.
Wow. All right. So
It's very straightforward for me.
yeah, I mean, well, you're American, so
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Well, depending on how you look at it, yes.
Fair enough. Would you recommend this working holiday experience to anyone wanting to do it?
Absolutely. You don't live all that long, so you might as well. You never know when you're gonna kick the bucket. It's the truth.
True.
Yeah,
You can come calling anytime, man.
I could die driving in my car. I
Oh.
could die in my sleep. You never know, so just go for it.
Not anytime soon.
You never know. My country may be going to war with Denmark or Panama, so you never know when I'm.
You guys, man, you guys are looking for trouble everywhere.
We tend to do that when certain political parties are within our government.
Yeah, that's right. True enough. True. Let's wrap up with words of wisdom.
Alrighty.
So, do you have any final words of wisdom for someone considering this adventure? Because it's an adventure.
Take risks. I mean, you only live once.
YOLO.
You don't know what's around the next corner. I mean, what else can I say?
Yeah.
Just remember that you're not here forever. And that goes for your family. Spend time with your family. Definitely treasure your family.
True. And working holiday is a good thing because you don't just get to work, you get to travel. It's kind of like you get paid traveling.
Right.
If you want
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of. You work for it anyway.
Right.
But then, yeah, you get to experience a country that you probably would not have experienced. Or if at all you do, very expensive.
Right.
Yeah, because you have to pay for hotels.
Right. Yep. Or you're living out of a car. But
Yeah.
that's not for everybody.
Yeah, that's not for everybody.
No.
Yeah. Well, it was really nice talking to you. Thank you so
Of
much
course,
for volunteering your time to feature in my channel.
Of course.
Yeah. And sharing your experience. Amazing. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we will end it here now. I hope you've learned a thing or two from this discussion. And so don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, bye.
Oh my!
You hit your hand.
No, it was too loud for my.
Oh no! What if after all that wasn't recording?
Let's find out.